highly reported and peculiar issue?
To be honest, I think it's just going to fuel the fire on both sides. The way that this took place with the briefing was a little bit disingenuous, I would say, in not inviting all of the media and press to the press conference. There's a lot of talk about that and why that was not transparent. And now that it's out, they would, I think, like to just kind of sweep it under the rug and say case closed. But yet, Dr. Nolan Ryan, I'm sorry, Gary Nolan, Dr. Gary Nolan, made a great point on Twitter. And he said, if you're claiming that the evidence shows there's no evidence, the evidence must be released now. So not releasing that data tells him that something else is being hidden. So in essence, everything that's in the report now has to come out. It's available and classified so that other scientists can review this and say, okay, yes, we come to the same conclusion.
Right, disproving it. But if there is no evidence, how can you share it, right, if we have no evidence?
Well, they obviously talk to somebody. They talk about all the people they talk to. So how did they come to that conclusion in the first place, right? If you got interviewees saying, hey, I actually touched the craft, or I saw testing of the craft. So that is at least their firsthand evidence. But you're right. If we don't have reports, we don't have the physical evidence. In fact, they do talk about testing some of the metal that was alleged to be, from another worldly craft. And that came back as nothing more than terrestrial. So they look like, I would give them credit that I did not expect this report to be so detailed. There are actual things we can grasp a hold of and say, okay, let's look at this, let's look at that. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that their boss is the same boss of the agencies they've been asked to investigate.
Thank you for watching.